Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
LSD Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What up, though, y'all? Happy hump day, my baby. It's another Wednesday here on Excuse My Truth podcast with Mac and Macho.
We made it over the hump, y'all.
We survived another day. What up, Mac?
What up, Macho? What
I
up,
ain't never
Mark?
complaining, my baby. Shit could be worse.
What up, invisible guest?
She fool.
What's good with you, Mark? What's good with you, my baby?
Same old shit. Them told you know me, man. Grinding, dog. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are, we got some real big shit on the horizon, man. I made some good connections over the last couple of days, and things is looking better than they probably was and shit, man. So
Okay, man.
Congratulations, my boy.
Prosperity in the
Looking forward to hearing, you know what I mean, more about the blessings that's coming down the pipeline. What up with you, Mac? How was your day today?
I didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. for physical therapy. The boy has been cleared to compete. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sunday.
Yabba dabba yacht sleep.
We got a competition Sunday. He looking good in practice. He looking like he ain't missed a beat.
That's what's
So
up.
we
Let's
praying
go,
he
Donna.
gonna perform as usual.
Let's go.
And as y'all see, man, I'm happy right now. Damn it, after 2 damn long ass years,
This
we got our name back, man. 7 Mile
Let's
Radio
go.
is 7 Mile Radio. on Facebook.
Right. Because people were getting confused. We were like, yeah, we on 7 Mile Radio, but go like 7 Mile Update.
Right, man. It was,
Congratulations.
Man, you don't know how bad that was annoying the fuck out of me, man. Especially with a page with already 70,000 followers following it, man. It's like, I can't make another page, man.
Congratulations,
yeah, man. So I'm
my
glad
boy.
about that, man. I'm about to go hard
Congratulations.
with the promo now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's go, y'all. We back at it. 7 Mile Radio, Excuse My Truth podcast. Y'all know the vibe. So, on tonight's episode of Excuse My Truth podcast, first of all, we thank you for tuning in. We absolutely appreciate the support. Taj, we don't take it for granted.
At all.
Who else on here tonight? Tank, what up, my baby? Let's go. JBI, Brick
We
Boy.
got my damn goddaughter on here.
What up,
already
Ari?
and Shit, man. That's my goddaughter.
All
Shit,
right.
that fucking-
Shout out to Ari for
just-
tapping in with us. We appreciate you too, Ari.
See, that's what happened when the page name is correct. Now people looking at it
Now
like,
people
oh,
coming
that's
back
what,
there
that's
like,
what.
oh, there you
there you
go.
go. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's what's
Y'all know
happening.
the
Up
vibe.
on that 7 Mile Update the way
Yeah,
that was up on the
a
radio.
man. Shit.
For y'all who don't understand what's going on right now, we were 7 Mile Update like the entire existence of us being on here, but it's really 7 Mile Radio, right? And that's the brand. Everybody knows recognizably that brand of 7 Mile Radio, but because of some technical difficulties with Facebook and somebody trying to hack bro page, he was not able to really push his
I
brand.
couldn't change the name. They
Yeah.
wouldn't let me change the name. They
He
was
had
like,
to
well,
go
you
with 7 Mile Update.
Man, that was annoying the fuck out of me, dog.
So-
this is a weight lifted off.
2 minutes before we went live, they changed it back. So we back 7 Mile Radio, man. We appreciate the support. Y'all make sure y'all following 7 Mile Radio. We live on YouTube for those that, you know what I mean, don't really tap in on Facebook. But that being said, on tonight's episode, we are talking about
Oh man, I'm ready for this topic.
downtown Detroit then versus downtown Detroit now. And the tale of two downtowns.
So
And
let's talk about the old downtown first.
Oh man, the
What
good
was
old
the
days.
old, the good old
good
days?
I
old
told
fucking
Mac and them my
days,
first
man.
experience at Hart Plaza for real. I was 15, and my uncle took us to a festival, and we was super excited because when Uncle said he taking us, Uncle was getting money too. You know what I'm saying? Said we going to the festival. We pull up and we don't see nothing but white people. It was the motherfucking hoedown. Uncle took us down to Hart Plaza to the hoedown. We was down there Becky in there before the song came out. You understand what I'm talking about? And for Unc, that was his territory. You know what I'm saying? He was in and out of, Ohio, West Virginia, hustling and, loving the pogs. You feel me? So Unc took us down to motherfucking Hart Plaza. We had a ball, though, and we never looked back.
But that hold down used to be off the chain.
Man,
though.
what?
Yeah,
We had a
I
ball.
kinda started
Yo,
liking
nigga,
country
I was
music after that
15,
shit.
man.
Oh,
I was 15, man. We was, man, it was one of those situations.
You
man.
ain't had to worry about losing your life.
Right.
man.
We ain't had no pistols.
You know
Nobody
what
had
I'm
no
saying?
pistols.
You went down there just for
We
the
talking
whole
about
pure
thousands
fun
of people,
it
man.
all.
Man.
Thousands of people, man. Downtown.
Yeah,
back in the
fireworks
days.
used to be lit. Like all you heard was fireworks banging, not gunshots banging.
But see, and that's my first experience as a teenager at Hart Plaza. But like even as a kid, like I'm born, Jeffrey Projects. You know what I mean? So we in the heart of downtown, really. You know what I mean? Like we skipping, sneezing, we right there. So watching the fireworks as kids, we used to be right there on
Survive.
Temple. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, even then though, like downtown, you know what I'm saying, like, was still a habitat for congregating and still being able to get back home. You know what I'm
Fun.
saying? Yeah. We wasn't worried about, like, you know what I'm saying, losing our motherfucking lives or getting robbed or, you know what I'm saying, like. I mean, every once in a while there was a fight at a fest, but that was when we was going to the African Soul Festival. Every once in a while, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you niggas don't know how to act. You know what I mean? But like, just more or less though, we wasn't worried about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, especially just being downtown. Now, when you talk about being in the clubs and the dumb shit happening, I'm talking about just being downtown, like walking up Hart Plaza, walking up Woodward. We used to be hanging out in the bus stop areas. You know what I'm saying? Just like the chill spot though. You know what I'm saying?
I think downtown was purer before they built it up.
Ooh.
But even
I
though
mean,
we-
shit was happening before they built it up, but you made it so attractive to where it's attractive to every fucking body.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not attractive to just the grown and sexy, the mature, and the family. It's attractive to every fucking body.
But
And
shouldn't it be,
once-
though?
It should be.
Well, she talking
However,
about the negative,
everybody.
the negative attention as well.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you got a
yeah.
girl that go out and dress, and she dressing for her, right? But she's dressing for, and some women do dress for attention. I'm not saying all women do, but you might be just trying to get
Dress for
looked
the
at.
occasion.
But then you're gonna attract that negative attention as well. And so I think that's what downtown has done. You've built it up to such a degree, to where everybody want to be down there, and some people don't have the manners to be down there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
And when you talk about, like, okay, so downtown then, like, and let's be clear, like the city of Detroit is just what it is, right? I mean, it's the D. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like bullshit aside, you know what I mean? Like it goes down in the D. You know what I mean? But what we're dealing with from back then till now, and the parallel between the two, even when you look at like downtown, like the Woodward aspect of downtown this way versus the Jefferson downtown, you know what I mean? Like when it's a hot summer day in the summertime, back in the day, Jefferson was the spot.
Bangin'.
You understand what I'm saying? You ain't have to go nowhere. You already in the car blowing.
be at Fudd
You could-
Ruckers.
that's it.
bike-
At the damn gas
You know what I'm
station.
saying?
Oh,
That's
That marathon.
Yeah.
That marathon, everybody, like 25,000 people.
And it
at
was
this one gas
it was
station,
little
and
to
it
no
wasn't
bullshit.
shit
You know
going
what I'm
on.
saying? Like we now, man, these little young pill hit, man. All right, so how you want to
Like,
segue
you couldn't even have congregations like that and just random spots in the city like the gas station across the street from Belle Isle without the police busting it up just off of the strength of it being a crowd there. Just the
Hey,
expectation. of something
they're gonna
happening.
make their presence known. Like, hey, we here.
Right,
Don't start no bullshit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was more of a proactive approach. A proactive approach back then rather than a reactive approach, because now it's just we're reacting to gunfire. We're reacting to the 911 calls. But we're not present. There was
Now,
a
I was about to say,
presence.
is it that way now because of the lack of? Because
But see, just think, back then,
presence than it is.
there is less police presence, and there's less police presence on foot among the pedestrians.
And there's less police that give a fuck. These
know what I'm
police don't
saying?
give a fuck. Like you see something.
They,
Listen,
like, nigga, I walk downtown. These niggas will walk downtown, and they enjoying downtown.
You know why? Because the police out here fear for their life too. They scared.
They are. Everybody's scared. And then, so what does that create?
Lawlessness.
Everybody's ready for whatever.
Jim Crow,
If
the hood
everybody's
version.
scared, the police ready, the niggas ready. Soon as a nigga look left, step on your shit, bump you a little too hard, nigga. You so scared and threatened to where your response is fatal.
To the point where you even scared to fight though. These niggas is
No, these
cowards.
niggas can't fight. They ain't scared to fight. They can't fight. And they know they can't fight because they were raised to use the guns and not the hands.
Definitely a different era. I think about like when the metal detectors like started going up downtown. So the thing is that we're talking about tonight is downtown then versus downtown now, right? The gun free zone and metal detectors going up, right? So the metal detectors going up, I get, you know what I mean? Because again, I have a relative who, you know what I mean, experienced going downtown with a pistol and the technology allowed the police to swoop down on him, and like they was, you know, they smart, like you ain't dealing with no dummies, you know what I mean? Like they got them ones out there, right? So they slide down on dog just because of the technology that alerted them that he was, like, you know what I'm saying, he had a pistol on him, right?
Okay.
So, and in a situation like that, you like that, you know what I mean? You like that type of safety and that type of technology that allow us to.
But was he a licensed?
No, not at all, not at all.
But
He
then
was.
how do you decipher that with technology?
Well, no, you don't decipher with technology.
Okay.
So again, they got camera, literally, like they got the video. So they take the video surveillance.
Okay.
They look at the whole
Pull your name
totality.
up.
No,
They don't have your name.
At the time, they don't have your name. They
Right.
have video surveillance, right? They have like the metal detectors, but they have them also tucked off. So the metal detector sends the alert, the camera, they boom. So they just look at the whole situation. You a big, you know what I'm saying, 6 foot plus motherfucker with some joggers on and a motherfucker blicky, and you know what I'm saying, you already don't look like you should, because again, as a licensed professional, right, you have the right to carry your pistol, but again, everything says in that moment that, you know, that looks like we need to go pull up and make sure that he does have it. They did ask him as they approached him, hey, let us see. But as they asking him and can already size it up, the one guy just, you know what I'm saying, snatches it off his, you know what I mean, like, where's your paperwork? And I don't have no paperwork. You know what I mean? So in those situations, but the argument for the license holders are, if you tell me that I can't carry my gun, now I'm at risk. Now my family's at risk, and now these stick up niggas know that I don't got no blicky, and they coming already. So
Back up a little bit to this technology, right? So, okay, we have this technology that can detect weaponry, right? But we don't know who the fuck this person is. We don't know if they're legitimate or not. And so we just roll down on them just to make sure. And so what does that speak? That speaks stop and frisk, right? Which means you're infringing upon my constitutional rights of search and seizure. You can't just come up to me without probable cause. Me having a weapon is not probable cause without you knowing whether or not I'm licensed.
But now you want to.
so what I heard they said that it was how he had it, like, if he would have had it in like open
He didn't
carry,
have it holstered?
No, he
Okay,
didn't, and that's
okay.
what it was, because he didn't
Okay.
have it holstered. They said if it was
That was
holstered,
the part I was missing. Cause
yes,
I'm like, come
okay,
on
that's why
now.
I'm like, so yeah,
Okay.
had it been holstered, you know what I mean, even without a license, like it's open carry, right?
Yeah.
That's what they like. You
Yeah.
could have had it holstered and been good, but again, the ignorance of him not knowing this.
Who are we talking about again?
We talking about you
Just
know
a
what I mean?
random
Yeah,
nigga
a random
downtown.
individual.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Just a real story, but we just going. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody's
but
situation.
at the time, like, you know, this person is 20 years old. You know what I mean? So you're legal. You know what I mean? But not legal enough to be having no more, because it's 21, right, to even go down there and get your CPL. So you can even get a CPL.
But they don't know he's 20 by
They
the
don't.
technology.
It was merely the fact that it wasn't
merely
holstered.
the way he was carrying.
Absolutely, because had
Okay.
he had it holstered, they wouldn't have even messed with him. You know what I mean? Like, but
Okay,
you
and then
talking about a dude
that
that's standing there
lends
with
to
a gun
the
in his pocket,
education
basically.
yes.
aspect.
But the
Like,
technology, I saw what I was initially attributing it to was the technology. You know what I mean? Is what, you know what I mean? They wasn't just driving. They saw him. You know what I'm saying? With the technology and the camera, and then they pulled up to assess the scene. You know what I mean? And
You know what's crazy? You know, a lot of people don't know that the police in the cars, a lot of them have lead detectors, right?
They do.
can actually scan your car.
They
but
can scan your car, but
it's
what good
illegal.
does it do
It's
them?
illegal for them to pull you over under the, you know, or if they find some lead in your car, basically, even if they know, if they can scan your plate and see if you got a CPL.
Let me tell you the problem with that. I could be in Macho's car, right? I could be a CPL holder, right? Macho cannot, but it's his vehicle and it's registered him. You pick up on the fact that there's a weapon in the car, and you run this nigga's plate and see he does not have a CPL, and you pull us over as an
you're aggressive.
inconvenience. But then there is a CPL holder in the car that picked up that your technology picked up. So you're inconveniencing people is what I'm saying. So how do you mitigate or minimize the inconvenience for the people that are legitimate in these efforts?
and the safety of people as
You
well.
understand what I'm saying?
And the safety, because again, if I got a CPL, that's because I want to be able to protect myself at all times, and I'd rather have it than not have it.
So you made a point when we were talking earlier, Macho. You said that this motion, this whole proposal, right, is going to be at a disadvantage to actual CPL holders, right?
Yeah.
In legal carriers are like, wait a minute, I carry to protect myself. Downtown clearly ain't safe, so maybe I don't either need to go downtown,
Right.
or maybe that's your objective for me not to come downtown.
And so are we talking gentrification again?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I
We
mean, but
didn't
it's-
build this shit up for y'all to
Absolutely.
come down here and make havoc.
Which
So
is,
let's put in certain restraints
Mm-hmm.
and restrictions to where you're not going to feel safe coming down here, because as a black person, if you have a CPL, you want to feel safe going wherever your CPL is allowed to go.
Absolutely.
Right? So now, technically, it's still allowed downtown,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how about this?
But if we ain't safe, the white people
But
from
if you
goddamn
tell,
show ain't
but
safe.
check this out, that's what they worried about.
Yeah.
Let's tell people they cannot bring their weapons down here. What it's going to do is cause the legal CPL holders not to come downtown, because now I'm vulnerable. Now I'm at risk, because guess who don't give a fuck about your zone-free gun zone
Niggas
laws?
that's breaking guns,
The niggas
criminals
that got the
Doggy Bone and
guns
them.
against the law in the motherfucking first place.
Facts.
So they still gonna have they shit,
Facts.
which makes you more susceptible to being a
know,
victim of
I
crime.
had
True
this
story.
same argument.
True
because,
story.
Fun fact: I was fired from Uber over my legal carry pistol.
They want you to carry your weapon in the car.
As many of them motherfuckers that get
Listen, bro.
robbed,
Nigga,
and
give me
murdered
that.
and-
Give me that cab
I was on the
separation
news about this
bulletproof
shit
window
like about
shit.
5
Yeah.
years ago. I was on the news about the shit, right? Because the right like the month after I got fired, it was an old man who got killed on the west side. You know, and the news reporters knew I was an Uber driver, so they came back and talked to me. But by that time, I got fired, right, for not having a pistol. I mean, for having my pistol. So then I was on the news for
Man, Uber
And I-
lost
and
their
I
rabbit
said-
ass man.
I said, you know, I'd rather have a lawsuit with Uber than dead.
Facts. Y'all got me
I told that
fucked
to
up.
the new and the Uber when they was, you know, dispute. I'm trying to dispute the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have a legal license registered pistol by the state of Michigan that allows me to carry in my car. You're not gonna put a metal detector on my door, a glass partition or nothing. There's no security guard. They said, well, the same policy applies to the passenger where they're not allowed to have a gun.
So when I was supposed to frisk this motherfucker for that get in my car?
I literally,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
said that, and I said, listen, I literally picked
Uber
up,
lost their
I
motherfucking
literally
mind.
picked up a motherfucker from the prison. Where's that? Right around the corner off of Mount
Mount-
Milligan or some shit.
Mile Correctional?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For assault and battery. I picked the nigga up from prison, nigga, in the Uber. Goddamn it.
So
And they
hey,
don't want me to have no gun. And the credit card scamming, carjack, murder capital of the fucking country.
Yeah, Uber got the game fucked up.
how many people on here right now are CPL holders? Thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up in the comments. How many of you are CPL holders? And how many of you would feel infringed upon if you were not able to carry your weapon downtown Detroit?
And let's be very clear, like when the pandemic was happening and social media again impacts the shit because now we can see it, right? It's so visible. But it don't even be the motherfuckers from Detroit though. It be the motherfuckers from like the outskirts and the down rivers and the Inksters and you know what I'm saying? Like it be them. It don't be the motherfuckers from. I'm not saying it's never, but majority, like to your point, because it now attracts everybody, right? Everybody
Yeah,
want to
it's
be able to be
beautiful.
like, I'm like, man, the funniest part is listen. I heard a dude at work the other day. We was cracking up and shit. Motherfucker said something about Detroit, and when he said it, I turned around to somebody else. Said, "Why you look like that?" I said, "I wonder how many times he's been in Detroit." You know what I'm saying? And somebody said, "Don't do that. He grew up in, like, you know what I mean, like where they at. You know what I'm saying? Big wraparound driveways. You know what I mean?" But I laugh because a lot of people like to say I'm from Detroit, or you'll even see restaurants like, you know, Detroit Global, Detroit Coney
area.
Island, and you know what I'm saying?
They're not in
Yeah,
Detroit.
Roy Lowe got the Detroit Eatery. That bitch go so
was
hard. I
just-
love it.
I was just on 9:10 a.m. yesterday morning, and we was talking about, because, you know, they was talking about me reporting the news and whatnot, and somebody asked me about the narrative that the terrestrial, the corporate news spins sometimes, where they have a good news story, and if it's in the suburbs, they'll say, "Oh, we're in Bloomfield," you know what I mean? But if it's something bad in the suburbs, they'll link it to Detroit by calling it the Metro Detroit area. Versus when something bad happens in Detroit, they'll
When
tell
it's
you,
good, it says roll up.
Yeah, but they like something bad happened in Detroit, they'll pinpoint it on the 27,000th
Yeah.
block of Mound, right down. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something good happened in Detroit, they say the Metro Detroit area, so they connect, the good stuff to to the suburbs.
Everybody,
the bad
yeah,
stuff
it's
to
just
only
Detroit.
You know what I mean? So.
I
So
don't.
Mark Jenkins said he is a CPL holder, and yes, he would feel infringed upon if he can't carry his weapon.
Yeah.
Mark, if you got time, if you can, call us in. I want to hear your perspective, bro. What's the number, Macho?
313-723-0481. Let's go.
313-723-0481. If
Yes,
you can,
ma'am.
hit us up. I want to
Yeah,
know
tap
more.
in, call in, man. The phones are open. You know what I mean? Like share your
Ray
truth.
Tiggs said
Because
he's a CPL holder.
when I think about even like the whole, it's been so many like downtown now, right? Like, and again, social media allows us to get a broad's eye view of what's going on, and this shit ain't edited, it ain't doctored. Like, this is legit film you seeing, right? But when you start to see like the brawls that be happening like at Hart Plaza with these youth, you know what I mean, to the point where now they got the escort. I mean, not they got the curfew back in Steel, where again at 15, 16 years old, why the fuck you not
should
at home
be in the
anyway?
house
You know what
anyway.
I'm saying?
You understand
But
what
then
I'm
you know
saying?
what? And then on top of that, right? I feel like I would feel safe with more police presence down there than telling me that I can't bring my gun.
I remember when we were coming up.
Do your damn
even in
job.
my early adulthood, we
You're
would
asking
weave
for a lot.
downtown and we walking alongside
Yeah,
the
I am,
cops that worked the beat. Whatever happened to working the beat?
I ain't
These
seen that
motherfuckers
walking
can't
beat in
walk no
so
more?
long. I ain't seen it
But
walking
that
the
that
beat.
deterred
how
a lot
about that?
of
We
deterred a
used
lot
to-
of crime because you were amongst us on foot.
We used to see
You understand what
motherfucking
I'm saying? You
cops
were
on
walking
horseback
across the
downtown.
street from us.
Horseback, right?
You understand what I'm saying? Same as it goes when y'all lived across the street from us. When you were among
wild.
us, there was less problems. There was less crime. There was crime. I mean, it's always going to be crime, right? But there was less crime when you were among us, when you were required to live among us,
Yep.
when you were required to
Cops
walk
that actually
among
care.
us.
Yeah,
Cops
but
that care.
and I said that earlier because listen, now D-Mac, for real, you see now where even walking, you see niggas like don't give a fuck about the police and dare the police, you know what I'm saying? And size the police and stuff and swing on the police. And listen,
But what the police has done in response to that is cower down. You made yourself less visible.
yeah,
You
yeah.
put yourself less at risk when it's your job to protect the community. And so what it has become is a cowardly profession, in my opinion.
So
We're
when
going to react
basically, so when the
instead
going
of
got
being
tough, the
among
tough got
you to
going.
prevent. You understand what I'm saying?
But then you get the other end of the stream of that. You see the police being too motherfucking extra and want to be putting their hands on motherfuckers for no reason. So
The
you-
wrong people.
Yeah,
the wrong
facts.
people.
But
Yeah.
that's because they're not vetted well enough. It's like they're so short-handed
Yeah, so they
to
just-
where you're taking anybody
Hey, my
straight out of
man,
motherfucking high
you want-
school.
you want to be a police?
18 years old, jump into academy, nigga. You ain't mature to handle this shit out here in these streets.
it's different. It's
What's
different.
going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
This is Mark Jenkins calling.
What's going on, Mark?
Thank you for calling, Mark. What's up?
Hey, no problem. No problem. How y'all doing?
Good. Talk to us.
We appreciate you sharing your truth, my guy.
Yeah. I saw the topic. I said, yeah, this brought back some interesting perspectives about this because, hey, this is this world that we living in. It's kind of wild out here for them to infringe on people's CPLs.
Right.
I remember I had an incident where about 6 years ago I was on 6 Mile going to give me a pasta dinner from the Pasta Bowl, and these cops was riding past, and they saw me walking in, and I noticed them riding past, but then as soon as I came out, they checked me for my my license, and took my weapon. I'm like, yo. So,
What the police did?
yeah, the police did.
Mm.
And I'm like, I had my license. I had everything squared away. I had
But they took your
shot
weapon?
that-
But they took...
No, they held it,
Mm.
made sure my credentials was right. Then they went and bound away.
But what was
And
their
then told me-
justification for even doing all of that?
They noticed me I guess my gun was shaking on my hip.
What year
when I
was this?
walking in. This is 2017. 2017.
27.
And then, yeah.
Was that the season of the Jump Out Boys, or was it?
No, just two uniform cops.
Mm.
Damn.
And that just changed the mind. Like, wow, this is really happening down here in Detroit. So I'm like, yeah.
So,
you know.
so Mark, what's your thoughts on them putting up the metal detectors, man? Like, cause that's some different shit. Like, you got to go through metal detectors, man.
To get on the river.
To go to motherfucking Hart Plaza. You can't even go to Hart Plaza without going through metal detectors, and it's a gun-free safe zone. Let's picture that narrative. You still going downtown?
I might have to rethink that. That's you know, I know they're trying to do that to attract a different demographic.
Yeah.
But
Speak on it, Mark.
I don't think that would, you know, like you said, more believe with like people on beat or whatever the case is should be the way to go. Because I don't think metal detectors on the sidewalk, that's going to, you know, and if I'm down that file, I'm just not going to go down that street.
And then the truth of the matter is, you can get on Hart Plaza in other different ways. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They might have the metal detectors right at that main entrance right there on Jefferson, right across from the little spizz off the lodge, right? But if you don't have metal detectors at every juncture that gives you access to that Riverwalk, then you fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Your whole purpose is thwarted because you can't prevent access.
The shenanigans of it. You can't.
You have a rope up, nigga. You
And
don't
all
have
you
a
doing-
person at
and
the
all
rope
you're doing
keeping
is
people
creating a
from going
bunch of
under
soft
it, you know what I mean?
targets for the people who are interested in going through that metal detector entrance, who are abiding by the laws. You ain't doing nothing but creating a bunch
What?
of victims.
Cause you walking in that boy with them sticks on.
So for me, I wouldn't even go onto the Riverwalk. I would just
No,
hang
I
out
wouldn't.
downtown. If I gotta go through a metal detector to get on the Riverwalk, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going
I'll find
because
other places to
it's
sit
gonna
by
be
the water.
people that's gonna figure out a way to get on that Riverwalk with their shit, just like they do any fucking where else,
Yeah.
right?
In a school,
You understand what I'm saying?
in a yes.
That's true. That's
So
true.
what I'm not gonna be is a sitting motherfucking duck,
No, exactly.
unprepared
Well, I mean,
for
what they
whatever.
do-
If I have a CPL and I went through the trouble of getting it, and I am legally able to carry my weapon concealed or open in the state of Michigan, ain't no motherfucking way I'ma submit myself to. Cause see, you want to put laws in place to regulate the criminal. The criminal don't give a fuck about the laws.
The reason why I carry my weapon is because I was involved in a mobile carjacking attempt
See?
while I was headed to work one morning about 13 years ago, and I didn't have a weapon. And I was shot that I was on my way to work. I worked at Wayne State. I'm like shot that they jumped up behind me, chasing me down Mount Elliott, right in front of the tipper inn. I'm like, it was wild.
Damn,
Man,
that's right around
that
there.
kind of shaped me. Huh?
No, I said
I had a
that's
house
not
on-
far from
I lived
here.
on Concord. I had a house on Concord back in the day, and I was, you know, one of my failed real estate attempts. I just made it home, and then about 5 years after I made that home, then that mobile carjacking took niggas waiting on my block, waiting to see who left out in the morning, and you know, tried to rob me. And that
That's-
really
that's
shaped
when
me
you got
to
your
carry a
CPL?
pistol. That initiated my gun, and then about 5 months after that, I had a stroke. So now I'm partially disabled.
Right.
So now I really carry my shit.
Right,
You know,
because
hey, I
people
walk
want
away
to think
from my
you,
house.
they think you a prime victim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't defend
I'm
yourself.
a walking target. You know,
Surprise,
Right.
Mr. Postman.
Right. So that kind of shaped me. That I can't even imagine being. I live in Farmington right now, but and I'm currently probably about to move up to Ottawa to my house I inherited. So I'm really gonna be living in the boonies. But
Where?
I do frequently something.
Ottawa.
In the
Ottawa.
rural-
Oh, Ottawa. Oh, yeah.
Idlewild. it's a historical black community,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on the west side of the state,
Okay.
and I'm really thinking about making that transition up there. But
So you say you would
But-
feel like your rights were infringed upon if you were not permitted to carry your weapon
complete,
in certain
'cause
areas
I need that.
downtown.
I need that safety, just that I carry it with me all the time. So yeah,
It makes you feel safer, right?
I have to. Yeah.
Do you think if they institute that or approve that for downtown, do you think that's going to make a difference amongst those that are actually committing the gun violence downtown?
You know what? It's been elevating for so long. I don't see that
Do you think
deterring it.
Do you think CPL holders or people that are not legal CPL holders are responsible for the gun violence downtown?
No. Well,
Which one?
Well, let me think about that because I'm thinking some people shouldn't have guns that probably are carrying,
CPL holders.
but-
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
not a
some
blanket statement, but like the majority. Do you think the majority of the situations that occur downtown are as a result of a CPL holder or as a result of a person that don't give a fuck about the law?
I think that kind of weighs in 50-50 a little bit. 'Cause I think a lot of people are so quick tempered. I think I do think a lot of people are quick tempered and to draw their weapon. To
Even the
resolve,
CPL holders.
Yeah, I think some
okay.
CPL are not mentally quite there.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't even take the class and go the legitimate route. They just
Yeah,
pay somebody
and
for
some
the
of
piece of
them,
paperwork. So
Yeah,
you're
they use
right.
it to
You're
flex
actually
it.
right. Yeah.
hmm
Those are facts.
They flex a little bit out here. They a little tough now. Everybody tough.
Mm.
And you can't just. Well, I hope I never draw my weapon, but if I'm faced upon the threat of a mobile carjacking attempt or something, I'm blessed.
Right.
But But my whole thing is, I hope I never have to pull it. But some people just pull it on some dumb. Hey, you stepped on my shoe, or no, you talking to my girl, you disrespecting me, and bullets get flying.
They don't
They
have no
drink.
other problem-solving skills.
Absolutely.
So,
No,
right.
they don't even understand problem resolution.
Mm-hmm.
And tell you cannot consume
Or they
alcohol,
use it as a
can
tool
you?
of aggression, not as a tool of defense. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't consume alcohol when you carry. You want to be real with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
I learned that
they
lesson.
get that liquid courage.
And that's the other thing too, though that factors in though is like when you talk about downtown, like just in general, like the festivities, the carnivals, the family gatherings or whatever, you're not like intentional with thinking about getting fucked up at those events. It's a family event.
No.
So even with a situation where if I got my gun on me, I want to still feel safe even in that moment. Cause you want to be ready. You got to stay ready. So we got to get ready.
My thing is, it's just to and from the car would be my ideal, and I don't want to leave my weapon in the car when it can be possibly broken into or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the only reason why they'd be on my hip 24/7.
I think this is their attempt to be very frank. I think this is their attempt at reducing the demographic that comes downtown or limiting the demographic that comes downtown. And I'm not suggesting that it's all black people that's doing the shooting, because it ain't, right? But it's the majority.
I think that overall destroys the entire population of downtown, not just a certain demographic. I think all demographics is impacted because even the white people really you get to bring in our motherfucking metal detectors and
they NRA, dog. You fucking with they Second Amendment right.
Michigan
They don't
militia.
play that.
Yeah,
so
like-
you're really about to set yourself up for bankruptcy. Like, oh God, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like, so you fucking with
if
the
I
green.
can't bring my shit downtown, I'm not coming
You
downtown.
fucking with green at that point.
And you got white people that feel like they can walk up with their assault rifles,
Facts.
and you tell them they can't go in a certain area downtown.
I ain't fucking with
Nigga, y'all don't want no more money.
y'all don't
you
want
know
no
what
green.
I'm
Y'all fucking with the green now.
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
That's why that shit ain't gonna fly. They
That's
just
It ain't
trying
gonna
to.
point
fly.
taken. I believe That's what
What's his
stopped
name that put all
those
that money
old
in the
folks.
downtown? What's his name? My
Dan
man?
Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert about to
Yeah.
thwart that whole mission. You like, nigga, I own all this shit down here, and people can listen.
He about to pay to get that shit off the ballot.
It's not gonna happen.
Facts.
It's not gonna
What's the
happen. But the
cost of
fact
these
that they're
things?
attempting to
What-
reinforce it before it's even legitimate.
What's the cost? What's the cost of these things?
And who paying for that
How much
shit?
it cost?
I feel like if you're gonna put that much money into motherfucking metal detectors and motherfucking whatever the fuck else you want to deter crime with downtown, why don't you put that money into these motherfuckers' salaries to give them more initiative to go out there and actually fight fucking crime?
And get some police officers, some
You
legit police
understand what I'm
officers.
saying? Stop
Yeah.
hiring people straight out of high school. Give them proper training, not just the police academy training. Oh, you're ready because you're passing a written and agility test. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what the fuck is your mental state? What is the fuck? Like, what is your whole? Like, there's reasons behind people being police officers, and you have to examine that as well. So,
I think recruitment is down too.
Man, because they ain't making no fucking money, man. It's like
They're
the
not
big side
paying
of
them enough.
44 what?
Man,
Shit.
you know, hey,
Man, DPD, what DPD start off making $20 an hour or some shit like that probably.
so my
And
mom
I think you gotta be
was a
seasoned to
Detroit
get that
police
44.
officer, right? Started out at $25,000 a year, topped out at 40, unless you leveled up in terms of rank.
Right.
And that was
I think they
in the
starting at
80s.
44 now. I think that
They
was the
may
commercial.
start at 40. They gotta start above 25 now. Who
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck,
The
you know?
little radio ad I heard that one
So
time
they
said they
must
make
start at
like 40,
40-something, but
44.
there still ain't enough money for me to go out there and just
Risk my life.
wholeheartedly risk my livelihood and life, nigga.
Man, my man's at McDonald's. He made
That's why you
50.
got these motherfuckers coming in for the clout of it all, coming in double dipping, robbing the robbers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just to compensate for their lack of income. And they wonder why. Look at the most important professions that impact our community and our children and our
Yeah.
society, right? The least paid motherfuckers.
Teachers and police.
The least paid motherfuckers.
yeah.
And you wonder why you're only getting base quality.
Yeah.
And crime
Mediocre
statistics
service.
are either rising or staying stagnant. You're not
And
even
it's-
vetting the
You're not.
people you're putting in place to prevent crime or to fight crime. It's just, you want to go fight it? Okay. Go ahead and try.
And
I think
They're
this whole thing is
unqualified.
false because
Half
the
of them
first
don't even
weather-
fucking know the law.
the first warm day, and here we are having this situation. I think these things were impulsive decisions and not thought out.
now, Mark, do you have children?
No, I don't.
Okay. So nephews, nieces, you got youth. You be around.
Yeah, I got a bunch of nephews and nieces. Yeah.
So for your teenage nephews and nieces, like again, we don't need no names, but do you have like knucklehead ass nephews and shit?
Actually, no, I don't. No,
Oh.
everybody's productive
Nice.
citizens. They're doing it. Actually, a super adults. So they are.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. So when you think about, like, we talked about the social media component earlier, right? When you tie in the social media and the visibility of the shenanigans that go on downtown, every day you watch Crime in the D, you watch V-Live's Quee page, like you watch 7 Mile Radio, you see all these, you see all these videos of the bullshit downtown, and again, it could be just a regular day, right? It could be a regular day at the restaurant. Like, is Five Guys even open anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Five Guys
Yeah,
is
it
open,
is.
right? So a lot of the shit that they talking about been happening like in Greektown. Like that was the bulk of this shit, like at Greektown and some of the club scenes like that are in and scattered like on the outskirts of Greentown. I think Pizza Cat, some shit been you know what I mean? Like that's just one of those recent spots that I just been seeing a lot of traffic and a lot of shit at or whatever. But when you think about them possibly telling you that you can't bring your gun downtown, right? Or you got to go through a metal detector to go downtown. How does that help the economic dollar for downtown? Because at this point, you chasing
I
people
feel for
away,
them, brother.
right?
Yeah.
First of all, they
I
need
feel
to.
for them.
They're
Especially
underestimating where
after
their
the
dollars are
pandemic.
coming
You know, you got brothers down there starting new businesses down there, and suffering just coming out of the pandemic, and then you got this. So that's really gonna change cash flow for some of them new people that's down there trying to make a buck. You know, I feel for them. You know, I don't know what can change in this with this world, right? It's just so ugly. But
Mark, we appreciate you calling in and sharing your truth, my boy.
yeah.
We hope they don't implement no dumb shit like that and infringe on your motherfucking rights, my boy. Because at the end of the day, we got the right to bear arms, and when we are a licensed,
Boom, you know what I'm saying?
holder, like you cannot tell me that I can't bear my fucking arm.
And the crazy thing about it is, like,
Right.
that was, you know, we gained those rights to protect us from who? The government.
Yeah.
At the end of
You
the day.
dummies.
And now
Goofies.
the same government is trying to take that right. So, because of my point I'm making is, if they take our guns, like, now what's next after that?
Man, you know, they never thought of us carrying guns in the first place. You know, you know what I'm saying? They
It was a right, but
I
we
believe
didn't
the
always
gun-
have access to those rights, right? So those rights were
No,
founded on the
no.
idea of us having them.
like
Now
if
that
I
we
think I
have
saw
them, you
somebody.
want to regulate them.
What was the comedian? What was that? Chris Rock. He said if every brother went down and got AR-15s, I mean all those assault weapons right now, they have gun laws pushed in the legislative, immediately. A bunch of brothers just bought the AR-15s.
You know why they ain't tripping about the brothers buying AR-15s?
Yeah.
Because the brothers killing each other with the AR-15s.
Yeah.
You know why it's
Yeah.
a big debate about these AR-15s? Because motherfuckers running up into white elementary, middle schools, high schools, and colleges and killing white people.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's wild. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all letting me have a few seconds.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
We
you
appreciate you,
calling in,
my
my
guy.
baby.
Thanks for tapping in.
All right.
On the
Y'all
Excuse
take
My
it
Truth
easy.
podcast,
Take
man.
care.
Y'all, we talking about it tonight, man. Downtown then versus downtown now. Metal detectors, gun-free zone. Like, they telling you, like, okay, now, and now we legal, so, you know, we blowing down in that bitch. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna blow the sky off that motherfucker now. But we can't even do that now because the moment they get to telling you and trying to regulate how you can protect yourself and protect your family and protect your friends and you know, you've lost me. You absolutely lost me. I'm not fucking with downtown.
Yeah, I don't fuck with downtown anyway because of the one-way streets. And I get lost easy. But don't add that to it. Like, nigga, I already don't go no fucking where in this city. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas will pop off any fucking where. I don't care if you're downtown, uptown, east town, west town, southwest. I don't give a fuck where you at. Niggas gonna pop off.
That's just
niggas
fucked
is
up to say.
angry
You know what I'm
as
saying? It's
fuck
fucked up.
out
You gotta
here.
move that like that. You know what I'm
I
saying? In
move
the
like
city.
that. Let me tell you, I don't go
No,
nowhere unless I know the people that's there.
It's
and
fucked
I know
up that the
I'm gonna
climate
be
is
safe.
like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That makes people have to move like that.
Yeah, it
when
is.
this is a city that we should be enjoying. We lived here all our lives. What the fuck?
Yeah, but we gotta adapt to the adjusting changes. The adjusting changes is not as safe as it used to be.
At all.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't even really trust the motherfucker next to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the culture we're living in right now. And so downtown then versus downtown now. I used to love going downtown. I used to the Wooden Park, being on Belle Isle. I don't even like going on Belle Isle now because they done made the bitch into a state park and them bitches all through that shit. You can't even have the loose fun that you used to have downtown on Belle Isle that you do.
Man, I ain't been on Belle Isle so motherfucking long
It's a
since they
fucking
started.
state park.
They like when I go get my
They don't
license.
charge. They got the booth out. They don't charge no motherfucking body. You know what they do? They ask you when you go renew your license, do you
That's what I
want
was
the
about to say,
recreational
yeah,
park
yeah.
shit?
Just
And
to
I
make
always
some- just
say
to make some
no
money.
because the first time I said yes, and I went a whole 365 days and got on that bitch and wasn't nobody in that booth. Bitch, why? Pay for
Oh, so they
it.
got a booth or somebody
They got a
supposed to...
booth,
Yeah, they
but
got a
they
booth,
don't
but it
never
be empty.
charge.
That motherfucker be empty
They
a
ain't
lot
got
of
nobody
time.
to work that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck?
And she like collecting money at the booth to get on?
No, just checking to make sure that
They
you
gonna
got
check
the
to see if
credentials.
you have the rec symbol, and if you don't have the rec symbol, just like most state parks, you go out to Kensington, nigga, they charging you at the booth. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that recreational
That's what I was about to say. So at
sticker,
Belle Isle,
right?
they charge you.
They done got to the point where they charge you at the fucking Secretary of State if you want the sticker. But ain't nobody
Outside of
in
that, so you
booth
don't
to
get the
enforce it.
so you don't get the sticker at the Secretary of State. You said fuck the sticker because I say fuck the sticker every time.
You can
I
ride
ain't
on
get
that
the sticker.
bitch free any day.
That's my question.
Unless
So I
it's
can.
the motherfucking Grand Prix time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Because ain't nobody there manning that bitch.
And Belle Isle still
And
got
ain't
the.
no fucking partitions keeping you from getting on that bitch.
So family reunions can't be at Belle Isle no more.
I mean, they
it's
can
over.
be.
We
If
going
you
to.
you still got to reserve a shed and do all the little shit you used to have to do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you're not going to have the fun you used to have.
Makes sense.
You better act like that shit white family.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I.
And so now you got motherfuckers converging on Chalmers, motherfucking Rouge, and acting a whole ass. Because that little 1 mile strip that used to be an entertainment zone on Belle Isle no longer exists. You ride through that bitch now, nigga, you just sightseeing. You looking at
the
geese and
water.
motherfucking water. Ain't nobody twerking on the back of their car.
Oh,
None
the
of
strip,
that.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
the
saying?
strip is
Ain't
in.
niggas
dead.
out
It
here.
was Freaknik every
You know what I'm
weekend,
saying?
every day. They talking about the
It's
Freaknik.
different.
The strip was different, bro.
They
We
made
should
downtown different. They wanted a different image.
Skip Day.
They
Our senior
created
Skip Day
the
was at
image.
Belle Isle, man. We
They
had so
built
much
it
fun.
up so beautiful to where you attracting the vagabonds. You attracting every fucking body. You attracting the motherfuckers you didn't want to attract. You thought you were gonna distract those people.
Man, those some good days. Some good times.
So now that you got everything, now you're trying to figure out how to still eliminate the people you were really trying to eliminate in the first goddamn place.
Yeah. Man, downtown then versus downtown now. I really don't have a downtown now. Like
I don't go down.
reality,
don't
'cause I don't go
experience downtown
Yeah,
like we
I,
did.
yeah, I don't go
I don't go.
downtown, bro. Like it's so ironic that we're having this conversation because the other day I saw, I think it was District 78 is probably what it was, but I said, man, I have not been downtown in so fucking long. It's almost like a new experience sometime where, like, you see some pictures of the landscaping and the architect, right? In the construction and the new builds downtown. It's like shit. Like I didn't even know we had a whole motherfucking, like I knew we had the Nike store, but we got like the Gucci store. We got like that little sugar spot thingy, the little
Sugar
sugar,
factory.
yeah, the
Factory,
sugar
yeah.
factory shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's so motherfucking lit, bro.
I mean, they built Woodward. Remember when Woodward used to be the spot?
Yeah,
Before you got to Jefferson?
mm-hmm.
They built it back up to that.
That's what
You
I
know
heard.
saying?
I'm
That's
like,
all right. That's wonderful. However,
you can't
can't
take
do-
your gun though. You gotta leave your gun in the car.
bro, like, come on, this ain't that exclusive. We are not on the fucking motherfucking resort. This the hood, my nigga.
No, leave your
You know what I'm
gun
saying?
at
You
home,
want
bro.
hood niggas to come
We
down
still
here
in
patronize-
Detroit.
Who
Are you
out here
fucking
buying all
Well,
these
stay your
bottles
ass
at
at
these
home.
bars downtown? And
Okay.
you understand what I'm saying? Who
I
out
do.
here spending all this bread at these bars downtown?
Stay your ass at home then, cause you can't bring your gun. I'm putting metal detectors up.
Don't bring your gun. Don't bring your
Don't bring it.
dollar.
Don't
The fuck?
bring your gun.
That's my position.
They're like, whoa, we didn't say all
I
that.
can't
Hold
come
on,
to
wait.
of course,
Right.
of course, bring your dollars.
Yeah.
Risk your fucking life because we want to make sure you don't bring your weapon, but they'll probably still bring theirs because they don't give a fuck. And then you're just gonna be a fucking victim
Have
on your way
fun or
home.
die trying.
You understand what I'm saying? No.
What about a scenario where like it's open carry, right? Or if it's concealed, you know what I mean? Like it got to be holstered, right? That's the whole thing. If they start putting those metal detectors where they're not visible, but they still have them where they're detectable, but they use that because again, isn't a part of police like IQ and instinct, you know what I mean, and being able to.
Yeah, but you got motherfuckers whose IQ ain't about the.
So it goes back, but it goes back to what you're saying then, as far as like investing back into the recruiting process and not only getting more officers, but getting more qualified like officers, like putting real money into
Vet 'em
training.
better.
Yeah, vet
Don't
them.
just look at their physical capable ability or their ability to pass a written test. What is their practical ability? What are you testing them on their practical, realistic, real life situation ability? How are you gauging that? You just putting any old motherfucking body out here on these streets. And we know it, nigga. That's why we try them the way we do. Because these niggas ain't shit without their badge and they fucking gun.
Right. Whole ass.
I ain't saying everybody because I come from a family of police.
Right.
I got some respect. However, I still have a realistic perspective.
Just like all cops ain't good, all cops ain't bad.
All cops ain't bad, all cops ain't good. All niggas ain't bad, all niggas ain't good. All white people ain't bad, all white people ain't good. It is for whatever class of whatever motherfucker you want to give it. But it goes for every demographic, right? So
Yeah, because
you built this downtown, this new downtown. This is the new downtown. Dan Gilbert and what's my man's name? Mike Duggan. Dan Gilbert and Mike Duggan. First of all, let's just look at the two people who are deciding to buy up everything and build up downtown, right? Who they look like?
My Anglo-Saxon brothers.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, though, is it? In and of itself. But if you're building it up to such a degree and you're making it unaffordable for the people that look like you and me, who the fuck are you building it up for?
Man, so what they going with that? So the downtown then versus downtown now. We had motherfucking Joe Louis and them weak ass
fucking
stairs.
ice skating rinks downtown.
But now
Since
downtown now
fucking when, bro?
they just built a motherfucking high rise with all glass in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like what you think them bitches about to go for? Right off the motherfucking water. Ain't that bitch in the water?
10 racks a month.
Ain't that bitch built in the water?
Motherfuckers start moving from downtown to motherfucking Novi, Farmington, West Bloomfield.
Them
Because
motherfuckers
it's
about to
cheaper
move
to
back.
live there than to live back downtown. I used to live downtown when it was reasonable. This is back in the early 90s, right? Mid-90s. Cadillac Square, right in the middle of everything. I'm like, I can walk to Hart Plaza. I was paying $600-some a month. Guess how much that apartment going for now?
What?
$2,000.
I could
The
believe
same little bitty ass 4 motherfucking walls with indentations to separate the fucking rooms.
I could believe it.
$2,000, bro.
I could believe it.
I wish the fuck I would. Today.
Sounds about right, buddy. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
But why are those prices the way they are? Because it's designed to reduce the number of people that really can't afford it. Let's get you up out of here. We're going to raise the rent to a place where it's out of your realm of realistic ability.
In the hood, redlining.
But
It ain't no jobs in the city that'll afford an apartment building or rent that high.
But what's crazy is you go to the hood and guess what? Rent that high. How are you
True
charging
story.
what the fuck downtown charging, my nigga?
Shit, cause you gonna
These
pay them, pay me.
motherfuckers- And these motherfuckers coming in buying up all of the land bank properties.
Yeah, look at who the property management company is. It might be somebody that own Quicken Loans building downtown.
And charging you $1,500 to live in the damn neighborhood that you grew up in.
You know what I mean?
True story. That's some wild shit.
Downtown then
Versus
was more
downtown
about
now.
culture. Downtown now is more about profit.
And going live on social media so you can get your motherfucking views up.
Yeah.
And that's where the dumb shit come
Which
in at.
produces profit.
Man, we had all the festivals, man. The Rib and Soul Fest,
Yeah.
Arts, Beats, and Eat. You know what I mean? Like them-
African Soul
African Soul Festival.
It used
What
to be the
else?
thing to do.
They had the African World Festival.
African World Festival. That's what I said. African Soul. African World Festival.
There was two African Festival and African World Festival. That was the one that was the end of summer one right
And then
there.
they changed that and confined it to the Charles H. Wright Museum, the African World Festival. How you gonna put how you gonna have that at the damn?
Because they was starting to get tarnished by going downtown, I guess. You know what I mean? Too many fights, motherfuckers getting robbed, motherfuckers getting shot, motherfuckers making the news, but not for the right shit. So at that point, you fucking with our brand. So what we gonna do? We just gonna now switch our venue. We ain't fucking with y'all.
Quick question though. Is it that the crime is different? Or the crime is perceived as insulting because we've done so much? Because there was crime before it was built up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you feeling some kind of way, my nigga?
I just think it's levels to this
Because
shit.
it's always levels to everything, right? But are you feeling some kind of way? Because you done built up, took the time to put your bread and your investment into the city of Detroit, and people making a mockery of your shit? Is this about crime, or is this about image?
I dig it.
How do you perceive Detroit? You perceive Detroit based on downtown Detroit. If downtown Detroit is presenting an image of crime-riddenness, right? Then it defeated your whole purpose of building it up.
Man, all right. So downtown then versus downtown now. Which y'all? Who y'all think? Who y'all rocking with? Downtown then or downtown
Come
now?
on, man.
I'm gonna go downtown then.
I go downtown then.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with
Because I was
downtown
never
now.
scared to
Not
go
even a question.
downtown then.
not
Today,
even a question.
these motherfuckers just spraying bullets and they ain't never been to the
Man.
range. I'm straight. You
Man.
know what I'm saying? These
Man.
niggas back in the day that was shooting, they regularly went to the range and at least tried to hit their target. They wasn't just spraying bullets.
Bro, for like 3 years in a row, we went to opening day. We was at Mix. We was like everywhere, like turned out. This was like before the pandemic and shit. But like now, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga ain't even go to opening day though. But I saw so many videos of motherfuckers getting stumped out and so many fights and so many like that shit was wild, bro. Like, nigga, I'm not about to use no motherfucking PTO day to go downtown for that shit. Like, then when I go out, like, I mean, again, nigga gonna dress, nigga gonna step. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, ain't nobody getting fresh to do all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And no, man, y'all got me fucked up,
You gonna get dressed up to come down with my niggas' blood on my shit?
man. So I guess in totality, downtown then gets my motherfucking vote. D-Max said downtown then. Mark D says downtown then. Mac,
Invisible guest downtown then or no?
Mac, what's your final thought, my baby?
My final thought is like, just act like you got some goddamn sense wherever the fuck you go. You know what I'm saying? I do not agree with the proposal to ban guns downtown. Because I do not believe that the people who are committing the crimes predominantly are those that have legal possession of their weapons. Most of those people are there to protect themselves. And how can I protect myself if the motherfucker you regulating is me? You're not regulating the motherfucker that's committing the crime. You trying to regulate me. How can I protect myself and feel comfortable coming to this beautiful
Oasis that you
environment that you've created that has a false sense of safety and protection? If you limit my ability to protect myself.
Don't limit her.
So my final thought is, fuck your proposal. CPL holders should be able to carry their weapon wherever it is currently legal. And don't institute laws that justify your agenda to isolate a group of people from coming to this oasis that you've created. We want peace too.
True story. We need peace. Man, I like it. Well, my final thought is absolutely going to just be very short and sweet and straight to the motherfucking point. y'all got me fucked up. I'm gonna stay my black ass away from downtown. If you're telling me that I can't be safe by protecting myself with my fucking weapon, like that is absolutely a violation of my amendment, my constitutional right, my legal right. You know what I mean? And I don't see that happening. Like I really don't see them being able to do that. Like first of all, because again, at the end of the day, you fuck the black, fuck the white, you're fucking with the green. And when you start fucking with that green, you start getting phone calls from motherfuckers like, you know what I'm saying, who shouldn't be making no fucking phone calls. You understand what I'm talking about? So that being said, act accordingly when you go downtown, okay? None of that nigga shit. And by nigga shit, we mean the shit your cousins be doing, okay? Be civil, have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cordial. Get in, get out. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn sensitive.
Man, this shit be wild, bro. But again, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Excuse My Truth podcast, Mac and Macho. We see y'all next Wednesday, my baby. Yahtzee.
We
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.